Hi, good morning. My name is Heather, and welcome to today's practice. Let's begin seated on the floor, either bringing one sole in and then the other, or crisscross, whatever you prefer. Take the left hand to the side of you and inhale, reach the right one up overhead. Just starting out with a little side stretch, and you can slightly gaze up. On an exhale, float that right hand down. Fingertips come to the floor. Let's just send it straight to the other side. Inhale, left arm comes up above you. And exhale, float that arm down. Inhale, send both up. And exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips come behind you and just look back for a twist. Try to use mostly your core here and not your right hand to kind of crank you into this position. And then gently untwist, send both hands back up, and then twist to the left, or the right, excuse me. Bringing left hand to the right knee, and looking back. Great, and gently untwist. Come to a tabletop position. So taking your shoulders over wrists, hips directly over the knees, spread the fingers wide, uncurl the toes. Inhale, drop the stomach. And exhale, round the back, bring the chin in. Inhale again, drop the belly, open up through the chest. And exhale, chin in, back the neck long. And just move through a few more in your own time, dropping the stomach on the inhales and rounding the back on the exhales. Let's all do one more wherever you're at. And then come to that neutral tabletop. Slowly walk the hands forward a few inches in front of you. And then shift the hips to come right above the knees. Press the chest down, but keep the arms active so that they're still lifted off of the floor. As you press your chest down towards the ground and towards your thighs. A wonderful way to start to open up the heart and open up the shoulders in the morning. And use your hands to come up and press yourself back to that tabletop. Curl the back toes under and just lift up the knees and the hips to come to a downward facing dog. don't need to straighten the legs here. You can keep a generous bend in the knees. And pedal it out, maybe sending one heel a little more towards the ground as you bend the other knee. And switching. As you actively press through the arms, fingers spread wide, ears in line with biceps, hips lifted. Great. And slowly walk the feet towards the hands, towards the top of the mat. Grab opposite elbows. If that suits you today, you can still keep a bend in the knees here and just fold forward. And let gravity do all the work today. And you can sway a little side to side. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw. Inhale. Come to a halfway lift, bringing hands to shins and you're keeping your spine parallel to the ceiling. And then exhale, fold back down. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep both hands down, around, and up. Come to standing. Hands come up above you, palms to touch. And then exhale, lower them to your heart. We're going to move through a couple sun salutations this morning, mixed in with some low lunges. So inhale, sweep both hands all the way down, around, and up. Then take the palms to face outwards and slowly swan dive it all the way back down to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, keeping the spine nice and long. Exhale, fold. Plant both palms in front of you. Step one foot back and then the other, coming to a plank position. And then lower the knees, uncurl the toes. Slowly shift your shoulders forward and see if you can lower to the ground without kind of belly flopping forward, lowering down in a straight line. All the way down so that forehead touches the mat. From here, engage the thighs, so much so that the kneecaps lift off the floor. Press your hips and the tops of your feet into the mat. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Inhale, send the chest forward and up. And exhale, float the forehead back down. Slowly press yourself back up to that tabletop first, and then curl the back toes under. Lift the knees, lift the hips up to that downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. And then slowly walk the feet towards the front of the mat. You can grab opposite elbows if you would like to from what you did before. Hang out here in this fold just for a little bit. And then gently release. Inhale, hands come to shins, spine parallel to the ceiling. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, little bend in the knees. Fingertips come all the way down, around, and up. Palms come to touch. Standing, hands to the heart. Exhale. Great. From here, take a step back with the right foot, coming into the ball mound of the back foot. And then just lower the back knee and uncurl the toes in a low lunge. So you can keep the hands at the heart in prayer. to the hips, the front thigh, wherever you're comfortable. What matters here is we're going to be actively squeezing the inner thighs towards one another as we lengthen our tailbone down. I love doing hip openers either first thing in the morning or first thing before bed. Just kind of helps to open up the stiffness in the low back, maybe from laying down for so long or sitting for so long. It's really just nice to counter that. Bring both fingertips out in front of you. Curl those back toes under once more. Lift up the knee. Give it a little rock in this runner's lunge. And then just step it up to the top of your mat. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, send both hands down, run it up. And then palms out to the sides. Swan dive it all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant both palms. Step one foot back, then the other, coming to that plank. You know what's coming next. Drop the knees, uncurl the toes, shift the shoulders forward, and then see if you can lower down once more in that straight line. With control. Engage the legs, press the hips into the mat or the floor. Inhale, send the chest forward and up. Slight dip in the chin. Exhale, fold. Forehead to the mat. Slowly press yourself up to a tabletop first. And then curl the back toes under. Lift up the knees for our down dog. Couple breaths here. And then walk both feet up towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Neck nice and long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, send both hands all the way down, around, and up to the sky. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Send your left foot back, coming onto the ball mound of the back foot. Drop the knee, uncurl the toes. A little lunge on the other side. So again, option to keep hands at the heart or wherever you kept them last time, wherever you're comfortable. Again, scissoring those thighs towards one another as we lengthen the hips down towards the ground. And then bring both fingertips to the floor and just send this front foot back to meet the left. Sit the hips down and walk both hands forward. Resting forehead on the mat. When you're ready, use your hands to slowly press you up to seated. Swing those legs outer round in front of you, bringing soles in front. And then just take both hands to the ground, like right at your hips or right behind your hips here, and slowly lean the torso back. Now, if this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to challenge yourself a little more this morning, then maybe lift both feet up so that shins are parallel to the floor and about hips distance. Point the toes. Oh yeah, waking up the core this morning. Slowly lower back down. Shift the hips forward, maybe just a little bit, to slowly come to roll onto your back. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. And then use your left hand to guide them to the left side. Right arm comes out of cactus arm. Palm face up. And you can either take the gaze up or towards that right hand. Unclench the jaw, relax the shoulders, soften through the face. And then bring both knees back in to the center. Give them one more hug. And then use your right hand to guide them both to the right side. Left arm comes out of cactus arm, palm face up. And you can look up towards the sky or towards that left hand. Maybe notice your breath. And then bring both knees back into center. Last squeeze. Send one leg out and then the other to come to lay down. Arms come on either side of you, palm face up. And so I'll take a moment to close the eyes together. Relax in the Savasana. Melt into the floor. And maybe use this moment to take notice of how you feel compared to when you first stepped onto the mat or first came into this practice today. It is amazing what yoga can do, just a little bit of yoga to set the right tone for the rest of the day. You are more than welcome to stay here as long as needed. If you do want to come and sit up with me, then bring one knee into the chest and then the other. Turning onto one side, slowly pressing yourself up to seated and opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this morning practice, and if you did, Please make sure to give this video a like, comment down below how the class went for you, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I upload new free yoga here every week, and it's a great way to support free yoga online. Have a wonderful day, and namaste.